contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino que
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me.
tell him.
So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny Blanco,
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chibabe man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
This week on NBA 2K TV, we've got Scottie Pippen. We break down some winning My Team lineups and your top plays. Welcome to a new episode of NBA 2K TV. Chris, when you're thinking about 90s NBA superstars, who are you thinking of?
I think about all the rings.
North of the border, in Toronto, the setting for the Hawks. Limitless range only begins to describe the game of Trae Young. He'll lead the way for his team, looking to light it up from deep as they prepare to do battle at Scotiabank Arena. Hawks, Raptors. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the seven.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's not passing the ball as well
this month. If you look at his numbers from earlier in the season, he's not seen the court as well. It may be a little too focused on creating his own shot than orchestrating for the guys around it.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Fernando in at the center position. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Gasol in at the 5 down low. You know, Steve, we know teams rest guys down the stretch, but what do you think about resting guys mid-season so that they're fresh at the end?
I think if you are a team that's been through these playoff runs, long championship runs, and you still know you have a chance to win, I think it's kind of unfair to us fans when you have a team that might not get to the finals and you're starting to rest guys and there's no benefit at the end. If there's a benefit at the end for the players, organization, and fans, I'm all for it. But if it's not, I don't like to see guys resting.
Here's Lowry. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Lowry knows the contact is coming, really demonstrating his strength.
First personal foul.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent. Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Right side, Collins. And yes, it's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores. A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
Young inside. While recovering, Young's shot is off. The drive by Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Such a fluid mover off the bounce. Siakam gets to his spot before the defense can react.
Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Young with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Young against Lowry. Young's shot is off.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down. I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Hunter kicks to Young. Three-pointer. Good on the triple.
He's calm. He's confident. Young has that it factor.
The drive by Lowry. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Anunoby, and he goes in for the dunk.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Now Young. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. And that one's good. Hunter. Toronto leading by 3. Lowry drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And it's 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Hawks passing it around. Here's Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Lowry can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now, here is Young. Last time, 45 points for him. Shot by Collins, no good.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And Siakam throws it down.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Here's Young. And there's the pass to Herter. In the corner, Collins with it. Off target from three-point range. The drive by Siakam. Rebound Atlanta. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. The Hawks trail by 4. Young passes to Collins. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Efficient in the painted area. Collins has a purpose behind his actions.
Got that one up quick. Lowry's got 11 points.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Lowry. Fernando pulls it in. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Good on the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And Smitty, the city of Atlanta, as you know, has really embraced Trae Young.
Kevin, they call him Ice Trae. The franchise handed him the keys, and he's running with it.
Here's Herter after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Knocked away to the inside. Trae Young again.
Timeout.
13 points in the game.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 2, here's Siakam. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Siakam's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Young pass to Fernando. Back to Young. Siakam against Collins. Siakam pulls it in.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Here's Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
Wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get a comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
The first one falls. Well, lately we have seen star players changing teams more often, shorter contracts, player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of that?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Inside and finished off by Collins.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Here's Van Vliet. Again, Toronto.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game, and it's in there. Young's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Here's Van Vliet, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now, here is Young. He's got 17. Sinks the triple.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Van Vliet. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Van Vliet's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Washington. Bembry the pass to Hunter. And there's the feed to Collins. On its way from Young for 2. The rebound by Ibaka.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Having a big who can run the floor is obviously a value. What I like about Siakam, he can finish in so many ways.
Now, here is Young. 20 points for him. Outside Collins. A floater. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Van Vliet. And the rejection by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Pass to the Bembry. Hunter with it. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Shot clock at 6. Young from outside. No good on that one. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Coming into the league, Siakam's defense was well ahead of his offense. As you can see tonight, that's evened out.
Now, here is Young. And there's Collins on the assist from Young. And that's 12 points for John Collins.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Van Vliet. Siakam trying to free himself up. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Very smooth finish with the finger roll.
Young outside, passes to Bembry. Collins wide open, he fires. It's good. This game is all even. Collins has got 15.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Hunter. Collins trying to break free. Hunter no good. The jump hook. Siakam, good. Siakam's got 20 points.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Jefferson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. And the wide open shot from Reddish, and it's off the back rim, no good. Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time. Ibaka finds Hollis Jefferson over Graham. Hollis Jefferson, good. And now a 4-point Raptor lead.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
And you know what? There was probably a better matchup on the floor, but when it goes in, nobody complains.
And there you see the speed of Teague. Always keeps defenders backpedaling.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Siakam, good. Siakam's got 22 points.
You know, with Siakam, it's not just his size. It's his agility that allows him to succeed in the painted area.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Teague, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete.
Look out, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands. They speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Davis is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Teague, the pass to Jones. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Buries it from three-point range. Graham's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Powell, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Pass to Reddish. Jones with it. He's looking for Teague and finds him. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
His 2nd foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And the Raptors with some changes. Boucher is checked in, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. The Hawks trail by 13.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Davis. Oh, what a play!
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Graham kicks to Carter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. Marc Gasol's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And a change for the Hawks. Turner's checked in. Over in the corner, Reddish. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Raptors leading by 15. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Teams first.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
One shot.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Here's Turner, rejected by Gasol.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The Hawks trail by 15. Now, here's Reddish. Last game we saw him score 13. And Teague has it in the corner. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson. Shoots over Turner. They get it back. Tips it up, and Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got his first 2 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. 17-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And it's Carter missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Hollis Jefferson scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And there it is for him. Lowry's got 17.
It is so hard to stay in front of a guy like Kyle Lowry because he is so quick laterally with the ball.
Here's T. He's got 8. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Teague, the pass to Carter. From outside the arc. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. And that one is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. To the middle. Here's Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas in life. When you're ready, you're ready.
He's checked in for the Raptors. Then for the Hawks, Lenz checked in for Damian Jones. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
He doesn't get the second one.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time. How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Lowry's shot is good.
Phenomenal concentration by Lowry. He has made a living off getting buckets over physical defense.
Young with no one around. And it's off from three-point range.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Atlanta's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Hunter's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Evan Turner. Here is Lowry. Off the inbound pass, he lays it in. Lowry's got 21 in the game.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Young passes to Huerter. Len controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lowry's shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Raptors. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, Atlanta. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when I look at Toronto, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
We figured that by this point in the season, they would have separated themselves from the pack. They've done that and more.
And the basket is good. Lowry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And if you needed a reminder as to why Lowry's an all-star, check the scoring column.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Here's Len. That one's not going to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Left side Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. That's 29 points for Kyle Lowry.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Now the pass to Bembry. In the corner, it's Hunter. There's the triple. Another three for Atlanta.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Here's Lowry, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Alex Len picks one up. A smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
Free throw good, Lowry.
And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game. You know, a multi-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion now. It's taken some time, but Lowry has finally silenced his critics.
To the wing on the left. Hunter, no one around him, and a miss there on the triple.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Young with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 22.
Certain guys, points just come their way, but Trae is also about effort.
Count it, good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Kicks to Len. Here's Herter. No good with the triple. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Gasol. 33 points for Kyle Lowry.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
Here's Herter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Toronto shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
First personal foul, team's third.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
One shot.
The Toronto Raptors knew Kawhi Leonard might leave, but plan B is to build around their young players. They've got some good ones, in my opinion.
Outside Collins. Will it go? Shot is good off the back rim and in. 24 points for Trae Young.
Let me tell you, off the catch, Trae Young transfers the ball into his shot pocket as quickly as anyone.
You know, the Raptors have done a great job of finding quality players, Steve, late in the draft and developing them into contributors.
Yes, Kevin, and one of those guys is Fred VanVleet. He went undrafted. A long rebuild was never in the cards for Toronto. They're competing as those young guys develop.
And the dunk by Powell.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
1:05 left now here in the second. Here's VanVleet. An easy 2 points on the layup. VanVleet's got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Collins dishes to Young. Pass to Graham. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Powell. The shot misses, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
The Raptors shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. VanVleet can't get it to go.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
For 3.
It'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Toronto ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We're going to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 33 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Amazing to think Kyle Lowry has once struggled with his shooting. Tremendous confidence with his jumper now. And he overcomes that size limitation with his quickness and toughness.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? Hit my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
I got a beautiful smile.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Then it's Collins, then it's Young, and it's Fernando in at the 5. Young for 3, another 3 for Atlanta.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisition.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Lowry has the open look, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Lowry's got 37.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Here's Hunter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lowry drives in. Yes, that goes in. Lowry's got 39.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Unafraid to challenge you inside, Lowry's a scoring threat on all 3 levels.
And Young kicks to Collins. From the arc. Hunter, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist on the night. Atlanta's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Passes it to Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
They get Marc Gasol.
As usual, beasting inside. John Collins puts defenders in no-win situations.
And when he was drafted, there were questions, Smitty, about John Collins' best position. At 6'10", what do you think? Better as a 4 or a 5?
And you know what, Kevin? A lot of people called him a tweener. The way he's developed now, it's positional versatility. Whichever spot he plays, he's holding his own.
And that one falls for Collins. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
So he gets them both.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Pass to Herter. And here's Young. He has 30. Launches a three. Another three for Atlanta.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Lowry. Taken away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. To the wing right side. Herter, no good. Raptors have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
To the paint. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Lowry. And that one goes long. The Hawks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And he jams that one in.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Shoots. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 6 points. The Hawk shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Young inside. Covered by Van Vliet. Herter, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper? I'll take it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Anunoby. They get it again. Fernando. And, oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
For Atlanta, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Turner comes in for John Collins. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
A baseline J. That one goes in. Hollis Jefferson's got 15.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Fernando can't get it to go. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And the pass to Fernando. The Hawks again can't hit. Raptors shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Hollis Jefferson. They get the rebound. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Pascal Siakam. Alex Len's checked in for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Hunter. And the Raptors call time here.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your dance time.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Raptors in second.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Teague with a clean look. From outside, off the mark.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
And the basket by Lowry.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Now Teague. He's got 8. Carter on the wing, looking to end the run. Cans it from downtown. Carter's got 6 points.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man. All right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month, averaging about 19 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
It's stolen by Lowry. Outside, Davis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists in the game. Hawks shooting 47% from the field in the third. Outside Teague. It's stolen by Davis. Down low. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Teague, the pass to Reddish. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. That one doesn't drop. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
The shot by Reddish, no good. The Raptors shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Carter with the bucket. Here's Toronto. They're on a 20-7 run. Count that one. Hollis Jefferson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Carter. Here's Teague, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying to... okay.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. The Hawks shooting 47%, pretty solid. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot by Reddish, no good. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Lowry can't get it to go.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
All alone. That one wide left.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Great positioning on the putback. Boucher's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play. Get into the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Teague finds Len. Outside Turner. And Carter has it in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Teague the pass to Len, and Carter has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Carter's got 8 here in the quarter.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Outside for Lowry. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here is Ibaka. Turner covering. Kept alive. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Boucher passes to Ibaka. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Carter pulls it in. And Atlanta has possession. Inside. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
The Hawks shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. There's the pass to Len. Teague for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Ibaka. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 8th in three-point shooting. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Davis, and McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 55 seconds left in the third. Teague kicks to Graham. Pass to Jones, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Hawks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
One shot.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Graham. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Kevin Huerter.
Bembry the pass to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. On the wing, Jones. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Drops one in from the wing. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. To the left side wing. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Raptors just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Hawks shooting here about 46% for the game. Johnson is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's McCaw in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Powell, that's good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Fernando. Misses the 3. The Raptor shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. McCaw with the bucket.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. The offensive rebound, Gasol lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You know, he's smart, he's steady. Marc Gasol, he just knows where to position himself to make that play.
Pass to Fernando. Here's Bembry, defended by Gasol. Johnson with the block. Right side Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
Gasol is just so long. When he's driving to the hole, there's not a lot you can do to stop him.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Here's Thomas, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Fernando. Here's Graham. And the 3 off target.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Powell, that's good.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Tries again, and there's the nice layup by Gasol.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The pass to Fernando. From 12 feet out. Second shot opportunity, and there's the bucket as Jones finishes it off.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Powell, no one around him, but they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
And stolen by Thomas. And here they come. The pull-up. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Graham. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's McCaw. A second chance effort. It's good.
A solid rebounder when he puts his mind to it. Stanley Johnson creating second chance opportunities.
The Hawks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Pass to Herter. Here's Fernando. Back to Herter. The 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Got that bucket in no time at all. Atlanta's shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Passes it to Jones. Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And the Raptors call time here. A strange saga last season for Patrick McCaw. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him, and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Here's Bembry. The pass to Fernando. With the floater, it's hauled in by the Raptors.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Hawks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Bembry the pass to Fernando. Feeds to Graham. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Graham's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's showing no fear right there. Defender's got the size advantage, and he still managed to lay it in.
From deep three-point range, the shot by Powell, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Davis is checked in for the Raptors. Turner's checked in for Atlanta. Toronto calls timeout. Reddish, he's checked in for Bemper. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Fernando. Fires from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gasol's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Puts one up from 19. That shot misses. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded by Davis. And the basket by Jones. Toronto with the ball. From deep. A new 14 for the Raptors. Here's Gasol. Here's Johnson. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter. The Hawks shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. On the wing, Turner. Here's Fernando. That ball's nice feed that time from Turner.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Here's Davis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. The Hawks shooting well. They're at 45%. To the right side. Here's Fernando. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's McCaw. Graham defending. No good from McCaw. McCaw has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. And Gasol sends it back. And that's good for 2. Gasol's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
To the middle, here's Jones, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
That one on Johnson.
Shooting for Atlanta, Damian Jones. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. And so he hits both. Toronto's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, McCaw misses.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Turner's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's McCaw. Turner covering. From deep. McCaw misses.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Teague can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Tries it from 19. Rebounded by the Hawks. Graham's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
So it's the Hawks now. Passes to Graham. Pass to Jones. Over in the corner, Turner bangs home the trifecta.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's McCaw. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Teague with the ball. He kicks it to Reddish. Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by Thomas. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Raptors. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Hawks ball.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Toronto.
Grande Hollis Jefferson.
Here's T. The pass to Graham. Over in the corner, Reddish. He tries for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. 1:51 left in the 4th. Here's Gasol. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Gasol's got 12 points now in the quarter. Outside Teague. Dishes it to Reddish. Here's Graham. Off target with his 3. Now here's Johnson.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
And the Raptors call time here. They're in front. There's 47 seconds left in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Hawks on D. And here is Gasol.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
From deep three-point range, no good from McCaw. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the three ball is good. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Hawks ball. Alex Len.
Now T. Over in the corner, Reddish. The rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And so Toronto takes this, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight. Now, people may think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
Because we know where we want to go, you know. That's why we was focused tonight. We tried to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.